Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allison. Today's video is going to be different than all of my other videos because I'm filming a sit-down video for you guys on how I got monetized on YouTube. I've had multiple people reach out to me on tips for YouTube and how to get monetized, so I figured I would just film a video on everything I know so far, my tips, my honest advice, and just my experience with it. It's different for everyone. Some people get monetized a lot faster, other people it takes quite some time, but for me I would say it took maybe a year, and I just want to share with you guys everything I've learned. I started content creating here on YouTube before anything else. Now I do all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, literally everything. I just want to be clear that every platform is obviously different. The algorithm is different on everything. So this is strictly just for YouTube. I don't want this video to be too long, although I feel like I could go on and on about this topic. So I actually asked you guys on my Instagram, I put up a poll on questions you want answered. I'm just gonna go through the questions, answer them, and then anything else I feel like I didn't say, I will add in. So I'm so excited. If you still have a question that you want me to answer that doesn't get answered from this video, then let me know in the comments and I will reply. First one says, how excited are you to be monetized? You guys have no idea how much this means to me. I think that's the goal. Obviously, when everyone starts their YouTube journey, the goal is to hit 1K subscribers. It's to get your 4,000 watch hours, and it's to get monetized so that you can get paid. So if you don't know, yes, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours. I actually hit my watch hours before I hit my subscribers. I had a video that popped off and did really well, so I got a lot of watch hours from that one particular video, and then I was just waiting on getting the subscribers. I started my journey not even knowing that I could work with brands or make money in that way, and I genuinely started it because it was a creative outlet for me during quarantine. It literally helped me cope with my anxiety. I'm someone who never was scared of talking to the camera. I never thought it was cringy or anything like that. I know some people are like, oh my God, how'd you get over talking to the camera? For me, I have anxiety really bad, and I get really overstimulated in real life. So honestly, it's therapeutic for me to just be by myself and saying whatever I want to say. I've always loved taking pictures, getting videos, sharing my memories. I love the creativity of just having things turn out how you want, how you have this vision and you can just create it yourself through photos and videos. I think that's amazing. The first few months I was posting on YouTube, I didn't share my videos except with my friends, and I probably had 5 subscribers, and I just didn't even care. So those are the types of people that are actually gonna go far with YouTube. If you're in it for brand deals and for money and because you want to gain a following and an audience, I'm sorry, but YouTube is hard work. Anyone that does this will tell you how hard it is, and you're not gonna last long with it. You have to have some other motive, some other passion other than just making money. So yes, while I am so excited to be monetized, at the end of the day, it was never my goal to have this as a career or to have this as my income or anything like that. So right now I just kind of view it as all of my hard work is paying off, all of the time and effort I've put into this. Someone said, favorite kind of content you like creating / brings you joy? When I started out on my journey, I was really sad that there were moments in my life that I didn't have footage of. Any vlog I make with friends or people who I love, or just doing things, adventures that I get to document, that brings me the most joy. And looking back on those memories, I classify myself as a fashion lifestyle content creator. So I love making fashion videos, fashion hauls, and sharing my style with you guys. I've never cared about what people think about my clothes or what I'm wearing. When people are oh, what is she wearing? I take that as a compliment. I love that. I want to be weird, I want to stand out, and I want to have my own unique style. So I just want to inspire others to feel the same and feel confident in what they're wearing. And then I make Boston weekly vlogs. I definitely think you should market off of where you live. I think location is so important. And obviously if you feel you live in the middle of nowhere and you don't live in a cool city, I still think you can use your location. I feel I'm so much more interested in people when I know where they live and I can get an idea of oh, they live down south or they live on the West Coast. This makes a lot of sense. I can really get an idea of what a day in the life is over here. It just makes it easier for brands and people to find you. I feel I'm going off on a tangent, so I'll talk a little bit more about that. But yeah. What's your favorite part slash thing about YouTube? The networking aspect of it. I think just the people I've met, the things I've been able to do, the exposure it's created for me. Some of my best friends now that I hang out with all the time is because I met them through YouTube or I met them through Instagram. Like, putting yourself out there, even the girls who I haven't exactly met in person yet, like, an online relationship can be so fulfilling, like especially watching their YouTube videos, you feel like you know them already, you know their personality, so it's like kind of the same thing. It's made such cool connections, people who live all over the world that I would have never had that opportunity to. It's really hard to make friends as an adult, and this is just like the perfect way. Definitely the relationships I've made, the networking just with like companies and businesses and brands that I didn't even think knew I existed, like my favorite clothing brands that now I have relationships with because I put myself out there. I've been invited to like multiple influencer events now. How do your friends and family feel about you doing YouTube and social media? My parents love my videos. They watch every single one of my videos. I don't see them a lot. They live in a different state, so they're always like, it makes us like miss you, and the fact that we get to see what you're doing and see your life. They've never put pressure on me where I feel like I need to have a certain 9-to-5 job or anything like that. Like they love it. They think it's cool. My other people in my family watch my videos. My Grammy watches my videos, and same thing, I don't get to see her a lot, and she's like my favorite person ever, and she's like, they just make me feel closer to you. I love watching them. My aunt has a YouTube channel. She watches my videos. Like, I know there's people in my family who don't watch my videos, and like that's fine. I don't expect my friends or family to ever like watch my videos, but just knowing that they support it. I have so many friends that do watch my videos and have just said nothing but nice things. Like, don't get me wrong, I can tell when people are just like jealous or like bitter about it, and at the end of the day, those people aren't your friends, and as hard as that is, it's like a tough pill to swallow. But like, if people are giving you any type of like bad negative vibes towards what you're doing, like, they're not your friend. Yeah, there's people from college and high school that follow me and probably make fun of me, and like, I really don't care at this age. Like, I'm literally 28 years old. I'm an adult. I can choose who I hang around. Like, there's no pressure to feel like you have to be friends with people at this age. They're only seeing the 10%. They don't know the full you. Only you know who you are, and if you're confident in who you are, that's all that matters. I have multiple questions like, what keeps you consistent? What keeps you going? Consistency is the biggest thing, and that's the biggest tip I was gonna give. As cliche as it is, everyone says consistency is key, but like, that's all it is. The biggest tip is to be on every single platform. Do not do yourself a disservice. It took me a while to get behind TikTok, but I like would say I just started seriously posting on TikTok, and like, I don't know why I wasn't doing it before, and it's my biggest regret. Same with reels on Instagram. I really wasn't posting reels. I want to kind of talk about for a minute like why I wasn't, and I think why it's so hard to just like do it. For me, it was letting go of the idea of perfectionism. I think that's something I struggle with in my life all the time. So hard on myself with every single thing I do, and with content creating, there is this pressure to be perfect, and everything has to be aesthetic and look good and look clean and like match the vibes of everything. I felt very uninspired to film when everything wasn't perfect in my life. Like, even just like a vlog sitting at home, I felt like, okay, well, I need to be freshly showered. I need to be, my hair to be done. I need the whole apartment to be clean, because I didn't want to be like fake where like, oh, I'm just filming this one section of the house when really the whole rest of the house is a mess, so I have to clean my whole apartment. Like, just very like little things like that. I felt like everything had to be perfect. I had to be in a good mood that day. I had to have my coffee so that when I'm talking, I felt more myself. On YouTube, I try to be a little more lenient on that because I want you guys to see what my life actually is like, and half the time I'm like a mess. Just gotta let that go, and once you let that go, it feels so good, and you feel like you can just post whatever you want and not care. And that's the stuff that's gonna do well and perform well and keep you going. I'm very disciplined in general. Like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm a hard worker. So as hard as it is to stay consistent, I feel like that's not, it's like a personality trait for me where like it comes easily, where I'm like, no, I said I'm gonna post a video a week. I'm gonna post a video a week. I think that's the main thing that's contributed to my success on my platforms, like on all my platforms. I feel like my Instagram is growing because I'm consistent. My YouTube has grown because I'm consistent. Like, I just am always posting constantly, and I have a strategy that goes along with it. I don't think you need to have as strict of a posting schedule as everyone says. So when I first started YouTube, I was like, no, I'm gonna pick a day of the week. Sunday was my day of the week because it was the end of the week and I had all weekend to like get my video up and posted. And then obviously you can go on like your YouTube analytics and see what time is best for you to post based on when your audience is specifically on YouTube, so it will show you the time. I look at that sometimes, like if I'm gonna post on a day, I'll go look at it and see, oh, what time is best for me to post. But I stopped doing like the specific day, specific time schedule like a long time ago. For YouTube, I think the bare minimum should be posting once a week, and that's exactly what I did for a year straight. And when I tell you I did this for a year straight, I did not miss a week. If you want to grow faster, I would post at least 2 to 3 videos a week. Really what keeps me going is just going through points of like little things validating me. Like if I get a really nice comment one week, I will like screenshot it and harp on that and like think about that for like a long time. Or like if I get a brand deal with a brand that I wasn't expecting. I got the Skims collaboration, for example. I started crying because I was in a huge rut. So like keep posting your content. You just never know what opportunity is around the corner. And I keep telling myself that like everyone goes through these ruts with content creation. Even like big YouTubers, big influencers, they go through the same things. And if you just are posting your content for you because you like it, that's all that matters, and you just got to keep staying consistent. Also, just talking with my other content creator friends about it, like venting to them. Obviously, like my friends in real life are so supportive, but they don't understand what it's like to actually be in it doing this. Any information is good information. Anything you can provide that's like your own insight, what you've learned, is going to help someone else. So talking to other people is huge. What keeps me going is being proud of my own work. So I've said this before, but like something I'm always trying to do is better my videos every time. And I really stand back and look at my videos from an outside perspective. I just pride myself on what my content actually is, and that helps you to kind of not focus on the numbers and just focus on bettering yourself as a content creator. I really like this question. How do you find your aesthetic for filming / editing? So that is going to be huge for starting your YouTube channel. And I think you just got to experiment. Like obviously every video you post, it gets easier. You start understanding the editing process more, how you want your videos to look, how to get them to look a certain way. I'm gonna be honest right now, I still use iMovie. I literally use iMovie. I have not made the switch to Final Cut Pro, and I'll tell you why. I mean, everyone says Final Cut Pro is so much easier to edit on, but my whole aesthetic for my videos is I don't edit them. I don't like overly edited videos. I don't like a lot of text. I don't like a lot of sounds. I don't even really like background music. I like raw footage where you can genuinely get an idea of what the person's life is like. Obviously, I edit out clips of like when they're too long or I'm talking too much or whatever, but that's really the only thing I edit. And then I'll just make a little intro previewing to my vlogs of what the video is gonna be about, just to capture audience attention. And then I like having a little intro that I just made on Canva of my name so that automatically people know my name when entering the video. My biggest pet peeve with YouTube is when I click on someone's video and I'm watching their video and I'm like, wait, what's their name? They haven't even said their name. I don't even know how to pronounce their name. Because like, yeah, you can read someone's name on their video title, but at the same time, hearing someone say their own name or seeing it flash on the screen, that's just gonna make you remember that person more. So I always have my name coming in, and then I just have what the vlog is about. I do just have like an outro, and again, that's very plain. It's actually a video of a beach from when I was in LA, Venice Beach. It's a very special memory of mine, and I just love the vibes of it. So I have that video for an outro, and then just says like, thanks for watching, because I always think it's important to like thank people for watching and like clicking on your channel. Always have my Instagram right when I enter the video popped up, linked there. You definitely want to have that call to action in there where you're like, oh, I always have my Instagram linked, follow me on Instagram. So I always blurb my Instagram in the front, add all my clips, and I just shorten them if they're too long or I get bored or I'm talking too much, and that's it. And that's my aesthetic, and I love it. It did take me a long time to find my niche here and find what I really wanted to post. So obviously you want your niche to be whatever is easy for you to post, whatever you're passionate about it, whatever you like. I started out as a couples channel literally because Julia and Hunter Havens were like a big inspo for me, but then I started realizing like that didn't connect with my Instagram, that didn't connect with my other platforms. People weren't really getting to know me for me, even though this was like centered more around me than my boyfriend. So I changed my name. And that was for like 6 months that I had this channel. So I feel like that's why it took me a little longer to get monetized, because I was still figuring myself out. I was still figuring out what I wanted my channel to be. So I think it's okay to really take that time and experiment with what you want to post and what you want to stay consistent with. The rest of the questions are all basically on growth. Someone said, anything special to help with growth? Honest way to grow, I'm stuck in the 600s forever. Anything help with watch hours? Yeah, tips in general on how to raise watch hours. So to be honest, it's different for everyone, and there's like no blueprint on like how to grow or what to do. I really would mix in like sit down videos, because the reality is no one wants to watch vlogs of someone they don't even know, especially like long, like I know big influencers are posting like 30-40 minute vlogs, 20-minute vlogs. The reality is when you're first starting out, you should not be posting that. I'm now just starting to post longer vlogs, like 20+ minutes, because I am monetized, so I obviously want to get the watch time and the watch hours from them so I can get paid. But when I first started out, my vlogs were like 12 to 14 minutes long. I treat YouTube as like a Google search engine. So any video I'm posting, I want to make sure it's searchable. I focus a lot on my SEO score, on my analytics, and like what's performing and getting picked up in the algorithm. Most watched videos, which is where I got a lot of my watch hour from, my like couch video, which I'll link up here, is still performing well. I'm still making money off of that video because people are always going to be searching about that couch. You want to make videos that people are literally typing in Google, like, oh, restoration hardware cloud couch dupe. Like, that is the reason my video has gotten so many views, is because from Google search, people are typing that in. Bikini hauls always perform well, especially if you're ordering from those online stores where people can't try them on in person. They want to see another girl just like them trying it on and what they look like. Some of the brands I've worked with, I'm not even required to make YouTube videos for, but I will always post a try on haul with the clothing because people will always be searching those specific brands. Amazon hauls always do well, whether it's clothing, whether it's beauty, whether it's jewelry. Highly recommend doing an Amazon haul. Easy way to just make money through the video because it's going to be searchable, and also through my Amazon storefront. So that's another example. If you do want to make a vlog, make sure it's searchable, and that's why I'm doing Boston weekly vlogs, because people are searching what it's like living in Boston, Boston life, like apartment tours in Boston. Like, people are searching that. So that's why I think it's so important to base it off of location. You'll notice in all my videos I put keywords in the description. I use TubeBuddy to do my hashtags so that I know that they're performing well. If you really want to see results with YouTube, sometimes you got to put money into it. You got to buy good equipment. Like, everyone says, oh, you can vlog on your phone, and you're like, yes, I truly think like starting out, you definitely can start on your phone. Everyone starts somewhere, but I think if you want to take it seriously and as you go on, I think you really should consider, you know, buying a good camera, buying a ring light, even buying like a microphone, buying a good setup, making sure you're set up in an aesthetically pleasing area of your house. You know, your laundry's not all thrown on the floor in the back. Like, just little things like that. Filming when the lighting's good. Like, I don't film when the sun is set because I want my quality to be as good as it possibly can. I'm always filming in front of like a window. A clothing rack, and we'll have my clothes set up all pretty when I do a clothing haul, just to make it more appealing for people. Hated all of the music in my other videos, so then I actually pay for Epidemic Sound now to use better music. I also think it just comes down to like having a couple videos that have really taken off in the algorithm as far as getting watch time, which sucks because you feel like, oh, I have no control over like a video doing well and getting a lot of views. But again, I think going back to the advice I said about, is it searchable? Are you making sure your content is searchable? Are you making those sit down videos? Are you being informative and giving information to people? Like, people want to watch your videos because they're getting something out of it. Also, just listening to your audience. What does your audience respond to? What is your audience like? I started realizing I really wanted to do fashion more when like I would post a fashion video and immediately I would get like a couple hundred views, versus like a vlog I would get maybe like 50 views, and I was like, oh, people just don't really care about this, I guess. But I always got so many more comments with my fashion style, and genuine comments when I would post fashion videos. If you do have a video that does really well and blows up, you need to make multiple videos on that same thing. I made a whole entire other video about my couch, and it was just people left so many comments on that one video asking all these questions, and I made sure that I made a whole different review video on the couch, how I was liking it months later, answering those questions. And then it builds a trust with your audience, but then it's also like, you know, this video was good, you know it performed well, why wouldn't you make another video? And like, it did, it performed well again. It wasn't to the same level as my first one, but I still got a lot of watch time from that video again. For example, another one of my videos that did really well was me getting my hair extensions, and I did a whole vlog dedicated to me going to the salon, getting them on, and then just like talking about them at the end of the video. And I got a lot of new subscribers from that video. So now when I make my vlogs, I purposely will always put in when I'm getting my hair done, talking about my extensions, talking about updates with my extensions, because I know a lot of my subscribers are from that video and that's what they want to see. I think if you're ever feeling stuck with social media, like, well, one, don't feel alone, because everyone gets to a point where they feel stuck. But I think it's just, you need to switch up what you're doing. You need to switch up your strategy. You need to maybe put something different out there that you're not putting out there. You need to take a step back and really analyze your content and think, is this good quality? Are other people getting something out of it? Is it informative? Is it benefiting others? Would you ever do YouTube full time? When I first started content creation, the answer was always no. I felt like I would go crazy if this was my full-time job. I felt like it would take the joy out of doing it because it would be work. I think that sometimes it can be very superficial and really bad on your mental health to get caught up in like the comparison side of it and just feeling like you're never enough, you're never doing enough. And I was like, no, I always want to keep it as this little side thing. I kind of want to talk about this more in like a life updates video. So I guess stay tuned for that because things might be changing very, very soon. Okay, I feel like this video is very long and I feel like I really just like rambled, but I hope you guys at least got some insight onto my own personal journey, how I got monetized, and just different things you could incorporate to your own channel or like starting YouTube. Overall, it's gonna take time, it's gonna take effort, it's gonna take work. It's not gonna happen overnight, and you gotta love it. At the end of the day, you gotta love what you do. You gotta love what you're putting out there. Do it for you, do it for the memories, and that's what's gonna in turn keep you consistent, and consistency in turn is gonna be what gets you monetized. If you guys have any other questions that I did not answer, please leave them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Thank you.